Can you hear me now? Kristen, are you able to hear me? I can't hear you. Okay, I think we should start. Hope, could you first put on your video? Hope, and unmute your mic, please. Hope, is it okay?
Like video for what?
Sorry?
Like there is no need for video.
No, please put it on for just a minute. Is it okay? Okay, we'll go on with that. Christian, could you share the document I said you should share? Are you having access? Okay, Peter, could you share it? Peter, did you see my messages in the chat, in the WhatsApp?
WhatsApp, I'm not sure. Let me check because the WhatsApp number I gave her for my mom, so I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Hope, did you see the messages? Hope. Could you share the one on the one in Microsoft Word, the notes on summary writing? Please share. Amira. Amira.
Yes, please.
How are you?
I'm okay, teacher.
It's okay. You can share, Hope. It's okay. Hope, share, please. Down. It is down. That one. No, the one below. Oh, not that one. Hope, could you close that? Yeah, the one below, the one that says here are the notes. Yes, that one of these are the notes. Okay, that one. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Hamira, did you see these notes? Hamira,
Tidy.
Hamira, Peter, did you see these notes?
Hey. Voice query.
Peter,
I saw the notes, but I'm still figuring out how to send them to the laptop because I'm using a laptop, not a phone.
okay, don't mind. We can leave it. We can use the Hope's phone. It's okay. Kristen, did you see these ones? Okay, I think I'll have to send them to your email for you to access them. Okay, I will send them after the lesson. Okay, let us start with this so that we can manage time.
Okay, the mic is on. Yeah?
Okay, so we are dealing with summary writing. So first I will read summary writing or summary means extracting information from a wider search as a written material, a speech or news bulletin to produce some compressed information. So yeah, like some of you already know how to compress a document or compress a video. So even some of you know how to convert. So compressing is reducing a bigger thing into a small. So you just have a whole passage of maybe 1 or 2 pages, and just you are only produce a quarter page or a half a page. Hope.
Yes. Yes,
Uh,
teacher.
is it okay you leave the screen on, please, dear?
It's okay.
You want to put off the mic?
Okay, I need to interact with you, so I don't know.
Sorry?
Like, I need to interact with you people, so I think the mic should be on.
Okay. Okay, so here we are given a document or a passage. It can be a speech, it can be a news article, and we are expected to produce a compressed document. And so this is all of us will do summaries for every now and then. For example, Peter can go and attend the party, and after the party, when he gets back home, the parents ask Peter, what was in the party? So Peter has to give a story of the party that took a whole day in just maybe 5 minutes. So that means you are giving a summary. So maybe Kristen and Peter, you're doing literature. When when you're given a whole poem or a whole novel to read, and then you summarize that novel in one paragraph. So it is the same thing we are supposed to do here. In this summary writing, you are given a passage, you're given a speech, and you are given a bulletin or a news article, and you're expected to only give out or compress it to only the highlights. And so that's why I sent these notes. I sent them, was it yesterday? But one, I sent them on 31st. It is unfortunate that most of you did not see them. Okay. It is also me to blame because I didn't send them on email for those who use emails. Okay, so the major purpose is to reduce material so it can easily be memorized or internalized. So here I have already explained that you reduce the content or the material to a memorable or the a part that can most be remembered by someone. So when you go to a party and you come narrate to me, you tell me in summary what the party was all about, I'll be able to remember every now and then, rather than when you tell me the whole story and you even say you first go for a break, then come back. We are continuing with the story about the party. So that's why we do summaries. Peter, could you read that paragraph in English language paper too?
Pardon?
Could you read that paragraph that starts with English language?
The in English language paper 2, summary writing determines highly the passing of a given candidate. The summary passage is given 20 marks out of the whole paper, which carries 60 marks. It is therefore paramount that each candidate masters summary writing and produces good summarized work.
Okay, thank you. So the paper is out of 60, and only one passage of summary writing takes 20 marks. That means 40 marks are for all the other 8, 10 numbers, but summary writing has the highest number of marks, and yet the answers that you give are very are clear. You can see, you just copy from the passage, then paste it down to the rough copy and fair copy. Okay. Could you read that short summary?
In order, that begins with in order.
Yes, please.
Okay, in order to do that, the student needs to do the following. Learn to read effectively. This involves understanding and interpreting the main idea of the passage. Getting
Yes.
the key idea, getting the key ideas being communicated, and the supporting details such as examples and explanations.
Okay.
Eliminating supporting details and focusing on the key ideas. The key
Yes.
ideas are normally at the beginning or at the end of the paragraphs. Writing these ideas in complete sentences using correct grammar and punctuation.
Okay. Thank you. So here, point number one, they tell you that understanding and interpreting the main idea of the passage. Please, it is a paramount for you to read the passage, understand and interpret what the passage is about. That means you getting the key main ideas. What the literature guys would call the themes, the underlying ideas or the motives. So when you read the passage, make sure you understand what the passage is about. And two, getting the key ideas being communicated and supporting details such as examples and explanation. So that means when you read the passage, please make sure you also read the examples and the explanation to that point. But however, when you're giving it in the fair copy or the rough copy, you do not give the examples and the explanation. You only give the key idea that has been given, then eliminating supporting details and focusing on that one I've explained. The key ideas are normal at the beginning or at the end of the paragraphs. So this is a hint that when you're reading, the key ideas are at the beginning or at the end. I wish to ask members, when you are given a passage and you are requested to give the title suggest a suitable title to the passage. Which paragraphs do we find is a possibility of finding the topic or the title of the passage? From which paragraph of the passage do we get the title? I'm welcome to suggestions. As I go on, you can type the answers in the chat. Of course, hope you don't type. You can speak it out, because if you go to typing, I lose the screen. Okay, Kristen says in the middle paragraph. Peter Emma says first paragraph. Amira, Kristen, like the middle of the story. Okay, Kristen, I've understood that. Amira says the first. Jackie says the first paragraph. Hope, what do you say?
Okay, for me, I think the first and the last paragraph.
Thank you. That is very correct. So where we usually find the title, we are supposed to carefully read the first paragraph and the last paragraph. It is from those two paragraphs where we find or we suggest the title of the passage from. Thank you for those who have contributed. I welcome Jackie. Jackie, you're welcome, please. Okay. So writing these ideas in complete sentences, that is one. So when you're writing, when you have extracted the main ideas from the passage or from the story or from the speech or from a news bulletin, you should write them in a complete sentence. Yeah. And two, use correct grammar. And finally, punctuate them properly. So we all know that, I don't know whether members know how many points are supposed to be in a sentence, and how many commas are supposed to be there, and how many conjunctions are supposed to be there. Please, you can type your answers in the chat. Okay, Jackie, could you read from all those are key areas examiners focus on? There, Jackie.
All those are key areas examiners focus on. Give a title to your summary. Write your title in capital letters strictly until you learn how to use lower titles. Write your summary as one intended for.
Jackie, could you move closer to your mic, please?
Okay.
Go on.
Give a title to your summary. Write your title in capital letters strictly until you learn how to use lower case titles. Write your summary as one intended paragraph. To intend means to leave a small space from the margin as you begin your paragraph. Also,
Okay.
also ensure you mention the subject of the summary in the summary paragraph. This is to picked from the question. Begin your paragraph with a complete sentence and not an outlining statement, i.e., avoid the following because of the following as follows. Those statements are penalized. Refer back to our lesson of sentences and write
Okay. Thank you. Hamira, could you unmute?
Excuse me.
Jackie. Yes. Who is it? Hope.
Yes, like okay. I wanted to ask about, okay, I wasn't getting you properly, like about the power. Okay, where you get the title?
The
Like
title.
which paragraph? Mm.
Your answer was correct. Didn't you say the last
Oh,
and the first?
yeah, I said the first and the last, but I wasn't
Yeah.
getting you. Okay, that's my
Yeah.
network.
That was the correct answer. Hamira.
Yes, please.
Yes. Jackie, are you asking?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
trying to say Okay, you were talking about punctuation, so I was like, where exactly? Okay, how many commas supposed to be there in the sentence? Or maybe in the paragraph? How many? Is it supposed to be every after sentence? Or,
Yeah, Jackie,
yeah.
that is why when I asked the question and I told you to send me the answers in the chat, send me the
Show me, I'm not sure.
rather send in the chat what you know, then I'll come in to correct what you already sent in the chat, if that is okay.
All right.
Okay, I'm waiting for the answers to those punctuation marks in a sentence. How many should they be? Oswald, you're making noise. Yes. Okay, all these are key areas, as it has been read that give the title of the summary first. You should never do a summary without giving the title. That is one. Two, write your summary as one indented paragraph. Do not use two paragraphs. Do not use three paragraphs. Use one paragraph only. So, however, there are some exceptions where you find like. Uh, the summary requires you to summarize the causes and effects. There you can have two paragraphs. But if it is only summarize the causes or summarize the effects, you only give one paragraph. But that is exceptional. Okay. The third is also ensure to mention the subject. Make sure you mention the subject in the summary paragraph. This is picked from the questions. So it depends on the question. If the question says in not more than 100 words, summarize the causes of cholera as mentioned in the passage. So you say the cholera is caused by uh, uh, drinking unboiled water, comma, eating not well cooked food, comma, uh, and the others, then you put an and, you put another point, then put a full stop. I'm seeing three messages in the chat. Kristen says it depends on how long the sentence is. Okay. Jack says where necessary commas before ending sentences. Okay. Peter and Hamira and Hope, what do you have to say about the punctuating a sentence? Okay. Yes, is this Hope?
Yes.
Yes, Hope.
For me, what I think is okay. Sorry. The punctuations shouldn't be more than three.
Okay. What do you mean by punctuations?
Okay, the punctuation marks.
Yes, punctuation marks. How many? Which ones? Because they have names.
Okay, the commas. Okay, if it's like you're writing the first paragraph and okay, the comma or like you're writing, let me say, maybe Hope picked up mangoes, comma, oranges, and then and like apples.
Mm. So there you have put one comma, one and one full stop.
Yeah.
Okay. Peter, what do you have to say? Is Peter still on? Yes, Peter.
Yes, please.
What do you have to say about the punctuation in a sentence in summary?
I think depending on how long the sentence is and like how you're phrasing it or stating it.
Mm.
Yeah. so I'm not
Okay.
sure there's a definite
I'm talking about summary. So the clear answer in summary is it is supposed to be two commas, one and a full stop. So there are two commas, an and a full stop. Like Hope gave us an example. You can say Hope picked mangoes, comma, oranges, comma, onions, and jackfruit. Is that okay? Then a full stop at the end. So there are two commas, and a full stop. It means the longest sentence in summary writing should have four points or four ideas. Let's say cholera is caused by drinking unboiled water, comma, eating raw food, comma, too much dust in the house, and poor sanitation, full stop. Is that okay? Hope, is that okay?
Yes, teacher. Yes.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes, this is Jackie or?
Hamir.
Yes, Amira.
Like you said, like in the whole summary writing, we must only use two commas, one and full stop.
No, dear. I'm saying just one sentence. You know, what is a paragraph? Amira, do you know what a paragraph is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so a paragraph cannot be made by one sentence. I'm talking about one sentence. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. So with the time, those questions will be answered. Okay, let's go on. It says the very last is that begin your paragraph with a complete sentence and do not an outlining sentence and not an outlining sentence. E.g., that is avoid these statements. One, the following. The following are the causes of cholera. Don't use that. Don't say as follows. Cholera can be fought or avoided as follows. Do not use that. And then don't say because of the following, cholera this and this. Do not use that. So those statements are penalized. It means if you use these statements, you pay a hefty marks. You pay with them your marks that you have scored. Refer back. So it means you should go and read your notes on sentences and writing complete sentences. So refer to punctuating these sentences and how we write a complete sentence. Maybe simple, compound sentence, compound complex, and complex sentences. Hope you know those four types of sentences. Do we know them? Hope, do we know those sentences?
Like which sentences?
The types. Do you know the types of sentences?
Hello?
Hope, do you know the types of
Yes.
sentences?
Meaningful.
Yes, teacher.
You were breaking.
Meaningful
She
sentence.
said meaningful.
Meaningful.
Yes, the types of sentences. Hamira, do you know them?
Yes.
Okay,
Kinda.
so we have simple sentences, we have compound sentences, we have complex sentences, and we have compound complex sentences. Those are the four types of sentences. So go, maybe take your time and go read about them. Just put in Google types of sentences, or you are subscribed. Go to grammar and see the sentences, types of sentences, if that is okay. So Kristen says she knows. Okay. We have only 23 minutes to the end of the lesson. Hope, could you scroll? We go through this faster. Hope. Hello, Hope. Is Hope on? Hope. Oh, she might have gone somewhere. She's gone off. Okay, is my screen visible to you that side?
Yes, I don't know what happened.
Hope, have you come back?
Yes, teacher. I don't know what happened. I think it was my network.
It's fine. Let's use mine. Otherwise, sorry, I also went off. Sorry. Hope, could you reshare? Hope. Thank you. Thank you. Scroll that to that passage. There, no. Sample one. That one. Okay. Peter, could you read that? No, it is up, Hope. That one. Peter,
Yes, please.
read.
What exactly? Starting from example.
Example from our previous test.
The idea of advertising is irresistible because the ideals of a nation are revealed in its advertisements. In our nation today, one of the biggest industries is advertisement. If it wasn't for advertisement, television, radio, and most newspapers would be bankrupt. Everything that is on the market has to be advertised or it won't sell. Practically, our whole economy is based on advertisements. People have goals they set, and if the advertisement doesn't go along with this goal, then the product is not popular and will not sell.
Okay, thank you. Hamira, could you read the same paragraph, the same passage? Hamira? Hanifa. Who is Hanifa? Hello, who is Hanifa? Is it my network? Hope, are you able to hear me? Hope.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, now I'm hearing you.
Yeah, I was unmuted.
Oh, Hanifa. Who is Hanifa?
I think she's a new person.
Okay. Now, for Christian cannot read. Let me read it first, then we go. The idea of advertising is resistible uh, because the ideals of a nation are revealed in its advertisement. In our nation today, one of the biggest industries is advertisement. If it wasn't for advertisement, television, radio, and most newspapers would be bankrupt. Everything that is on the market has to be advertised or it won't sell. Practically, our whole economy is balanced on advertisement. People have goals they set, and if the advertisement does not go along with this goal, then the product is not popular and it will not sell. Okay, so that is go down, please. There. Could you go up a little bit, just 2 lines? There. Okay. Could you highlight this that point where it starts with if it wasn't for advancement? Yeah. To bankrupt. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Is this thing?
It's okay. You can leave it.
Okay,
Okay.
there.
Now we can see it. You can see it. Amira, could you read that sentence?
If it wasn't for advertisement, television, radios, and most newspapers would be bankrupt.
Okay. Are you seeing how many commas do we have there? Peter, how many commas do we have in that sentence?
3 commas.
There are 3 commas.
3.
But which points are being talked about? Are they not only outlining television, radio, and newspapers?
Yes.
Yeah, because when you say if it wasn't for advertisement, comma, that comma is separating the other first phrase. If it wasn't for advertisement, and that is not what we want. What we want is an outline, which is television, comma, radio, comma, and most newspapers would be bankrupt. So in here, for us, what we usually do is we say television, comma, radio, and most newspapers. We don't put that comma. I'm sure most of us do that. But this in this passage, you can see they have put television, comma, radio, comma, and. So the conjunction and is following a comma. So you read, please still continue and read about punctuation marks. How do we punctuate sentences? Why do we have a comma and a conjunction following each other in one sentence? Okay, could you stop highlighting, Hope? Now let's go. This is the activity. Peter, could you read the activity, please?
Read the passage and in about 50 words, summarize the serious effects of heavy drinking. When we
Okay.
drink a beer or whiskey,
No,
alcohol.
could you pause? So please, could you scroll up to near the end of this passage? Hope,
Yes.
could you scroll? Yes, there. Okay, so you expected, no, at the end below. I hope below, rather down. Where
There.
sample 3 ends. Sample 3, where sample 3 ends.
Where it ends. It ends there.
Yeah, thank you. So the activity that Peter read in 50 words, you are supposed to do this activity and submit. Could you go back to the activity? So this is the passage that you are supposed to read. Yes, that one. Read the passage and in about 50 words, summarize the serious effects of heavy drinking. So you're supposed to summarize this passage in 50 words, only highlighting the key ideas. And what you should not remember, or you should not forget, is that in summary, we have a rough copy and a fair copy. So the rough copy is when you write, you just extract the points. Even if you do not compress them, you just extract the points. First, write them down. See the number of words. Does it range with the 50 words? If they are more or if they are too few, if they are more, you just eliminate a few words, you remove a few words, then you write the final copy. If they are less, you can go back to the passage, extract more meaningful words, then you add them to the rough copy, and finally write the final copy or the fair copy. Okay, so this is the activity that I'm leaving you to do. Please do that and send it to me. And could you stop sharing this page and share the other Word document, please? Hope, stop sharing this and share the other one. Hope, could you share? Then we open the Word document that I shared.
This.
That one, yes. Hello, Hanifa, could you unmute? Hanifa? Hanifa? Okay, Kristen, this is what you wanted me to share. Yeah, that is the document. Please, could you try also to do the whole of this work in your free time?
Okay.
Yeah, we scroll down. Yeah, Kristen, you sent me the work. I received it. Thank you. Peter, try to do this work because the first passage deals with the summary writing. Could you go down? Scroll down. Where's the question? Yeah, so you see, in about 145 words, summarize the problems of one-day gear market and the solutions to these problems so far. So you are supposed to read. You're supposed to read that passage from New Vision. Then in about 145 words, you write a summary of the problems and the solutions to these problems that have been suggested. So you are supposed to write a rough copy first, then a fair copy next. Could you go down? Go, it's okay, you can go down. No, go to the next passage. There are two more passages.
That's the second passage.
Yeah, that one is the comprehension. You're supposed to read that passage and answer questions according to the passage. Yeah, and the next one, there's another one with objectives. You can go down. So please attempt that question paper and submit to me the answers or what you would have done for marking. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Someone in the
That's
chat. Sorry?
That's the second, because the other one was the second A, then this is the second B.
Okay, Hamira asks in the chat, in summary writing, if they say 50 words, are we supposed to write exactly 50 words? Who can answer that? Could someone answer, Hamira?
Yeah, you can write 50 words.
Kristen says yes.
Sure. From what I know, we don't exactly 50, but you can go on and...
Who is speaking?
Jackie.
Me, Jackie.
Yes, Jackie, go on.
From what I know, you don't write, actually, when they asked you to write 50 words exactly, you're not supposed to write exactly 50 words, but you can go on and add maybe 5 more and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Peter, what do you have to say? Peter.
Can I? Me.
Who is it?
Hope.
Yes, Hope. Go on.
Yeah, like if they tell you to write 50 words, you can either write 50 words or you can write 55 words. Okay. You shouldn't exceed 55. Okay, you can add some 5 words.
Okay.
According to what told us.
Okay. Peter in the chat says you can't hear properly. Okay. So when they tell you to write 50 words, actually that one they rarely use it. That's why you have seen all the activities or all the questions you have just so far read. They are saying in about. Yeah. In about says it can be exact, it can be before, or it can be after. It means whatever you write, do not exceed the number by 5 words, and do not go below 5 words. It means if there are 50 words, you write between 45 and 55. That is the range that we use. That's why in composition writing, we have between 400 to 500. If you are told to write between 400 to 500 and you write 390, that is wrong. And you write maybe 501, that is wrong. Because they have given you a range between 400 to 500, between 100 to 120. But here they have said in about, like there is one question that says in about. Could you go up to that question? Hope, could you scroll up a little bit to the passage on summary? Yeah, there, in about. So it depends, like Christian has asked in the chat, what about in not more than? So that is very clear. It should not exceed 50 words. They should be below 50. Yeah. So, and being below 50 should not be below more than 5 words. They should be 5 words, the all 4, all 3, 2, and 1. Do not go beyond 5 words, they exceeding the limit or not towards the limit. So that is where she says 45 to 49. That is okay. It depends on the phrase that has been used. Like you can say there is what we can see on our screen is in about. How do you interpret in about? It is around 145 words. That means in this case, you can exceed a little bit or you cannot reach the 145 a little bit. So that means for this question in particular, it is 140 to 150. That is the number. So Christian's question, it is 45 to 49. In the composition rating, if it is 120 to 200, that is, you should be between 120 and 200. Not go do not write less than 120, and do not write more than rather 200 words. Is that okay?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Please, as I wish to thank you for your active participation and attending the class. This is the highest number I've ever had. I don't know, I've even told, I don't know who Hanifa is. Yeah. I wish to really thank you that today you have attended, all of you. I expected all of you to attend, and so you did not disappoint, and you all attended. Thank you very much, and I will be more happy if you did this work and sent me. Please, I need my inbox or my email to always be full. Please always send me an email of whatever question you find in English. Yeah, that is my email. When Peter asks when, yes, please.
Can I stop? Me, Hope.
Yes, Hope.
Can I stop screen sharing?
Yeah, it is okay.
Sure.
Yes, please.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
Teacher, to inquire more about when you were explaining about the summary rating, when they ask you in about 51, you were saying that you cannot reach exactly the number. You can write maybe 45.
Jackie.
Yeah.
Is it okay
Yes,
you send
teacher.
me a message on WhatsApp, because another lesson is starting soon? It is already one and another lesson is starting. Is it okay you send me a message on WhatsApp?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. That is my email. Even use the email, send me the message. Please do the activity. And with that, I wish to sign out and wish you a nice day. Have a nice day, please.
Amira is screen sharing.
Baby.
Amira.